Assalamualaikum. My name is Nabi Ramzi bin Muhammad Nasir. My number matric is 10 DEE 20F 2012. Today, the topic that my friend and I will be representing is about mental health. What is mental health? Based on the article, it had been stated that mental illness is expected to be the second biggest health problem affecting Malaysians by 2022. Mental health refers to cognitive, behavioral, and emotional well-being. It's all about how people think, feel, and behave. People sometimes use the term mental health to mean the absence of a mental disorder. Conditions such as stress, depression, and anxiety can all affect mental health and disrupt a person's routine. As stated by Professor Dr. Ng Chong Guan, as consultant psychiatrist at University Malaya Specialist Centre, UMSC, associate, state that mental illness, like in many parts of the world, is an emerging issue in the country and should be taken seriously. Everyone has some risk of developing a mental health disorder, no matter their age, gender, race, social status, or income. Social and financial circumstances, biological factors, and lifestyle choice can all shape a person's mental health. Firstly, the value from the text that I get is mental illness does not discriminate. For your information, it could affect anyone regardless of age, gender, race, and so on. When people struggle with poverty, their quality of life is compromised. The hardships and stress they experience often puts them at greater risk for depression and anxiety. Apart from that, those suffering from mental disorder are usually perceived to be restless, violent, and unpredictable. Such stigma and discrimination will only prevent such individuals from seeking professional help and treatment early. After that, another value that from the text that I get is mental illness is an emerging issue. This problem now has become more complex because it might relate to drugs, bullying, and some other issues involving youngsters compared previously when anxiety and stress was the main cause. To prevent from these issues spreading, the responsible party should give attention to providing service for individuals with mental illness and substance use disorders, including new opportunities for access and coverage for treatment and prevention service. Last but not least from me, the value from the text is early recognition of mental illness could take care for their own mental health. The existing model for understand mental health and mental disorder emphasize the interaction of social, environmental, and genetic factors throughout the lifespan. Research know that the prevention of mental, emotional, and behavioral, also known as MEB disorder, is inherently interdisciplinary and draws on a variety of different strategies. The understanding of how the brain functions under normal conditions and in response to stresses combined with knowledge of how the brain develops over time has been essential to progress. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Muhammad Alif Nizmi bin Syaidan. My number matric is 10DE20F2008. So now, I will continue the discussion about mental health that my friend has shared a moment ago. The first recommendation that I can share for you is respect. Respect. All people have their right and to be heard and treated with dignity and respect, have their privacy protected, and have their documentation treated in the confidential manner. Mental health practitioners respect the person, their family, and carers, their experience, their value, and culture. They also respect diversity among people, families, carers, colleges, and communities in the area, including class, gender, culture, spiritual, spiritual, age, and sexual organisation. A part of that, working in partnership also the recommendation point from me for mental health. Mental health practitioner force positive professional and ethnic relationship with people, families, careers, colleges, peers, and with community network. Safe and professional boundaries are maintained. Mental health practitioner work conservative to resolve tension that may arise between partner in cares. The professional diversity that can exist with teams in respected and valued in always and endeavors to work in positive and collaborative way that support multidisciplinarity and interdisciplinarity practice. Mental health practitioners believe that quality service provision is inherent and unpaid by effective work relationship with the service with partner, ages and communities. Last but not least, the recommendation that can I give is advocacy, concern for the welfare of other with the work of mental health practitioners. They strive to uphold the human right of people, families and cares, including full and effective practitioner and including the society. Mental health professionals support the individual and other who may be affected by the illness of family member. Next, the first value is related for continuous social and economic pressure. Have a limited financial means or belonging to a marginalized of or persecuted ethnic group can increase the risk of mental health disorder. A 2050 study task source of 9,003 families in Iran identified several socio-economic causes of mental health condition, including poverty and living on the outskirts of a large city. The research also explained the difference in availability and quality of mental health treatment of caring group in the terms and modifiable factor, which can change over time, and non-modifiable factor which are permanent. Next, the value is related to biological factor. The NIMH suggests the genetic family history can increase the likelihood of mental health condition. However, many of factors contribute to the development of disorder having a gene with link to a mental health disorder. Such a depression does not guarantee that a condition will develop. Likewise, people without related genes or a family history of mental illness can still have mental health issues. Mental health conditions such as stress, depression may develop due to underlying life-change physical health problems such as cancer, diabetes, and chronic pain. Last but not least, the value that I can give to you is related from additional work responsibility. Some students may be engaged to other responsibilities like working on the part-time base. They may engage in such activities to raise income that will help them to sustain their university education. Balancing between education and part-time job is the time a challenge. They may bring health mental issue. The conclusion that I can get from this topic is being both physically and emotionally fit is the key to success in all aspects of life. People should be aware of the construct of mental illness and must give are most important to keep the mind healthy, like the way that physical body is keep healthy. The mental and physical healthy cannot be separated from each other. Thank you.